All right, today's going to be quick and simple. We are going to compare standard Shure SM57's current production against Akg D190Es. I got a pair of these recently. These are from the 70s. And they're dynamic microphones, just like Shure SM57s. And I wanted to compare it to like a standard that we're used to. So on the guitar cab, I'm just going to use one on each. And then for snare, I'm going to use top and bottom, top and bottom. All right? So let's do that. All right, so here's the snare drum. Got the D190 and SM57. Snare bottom, I have the D190 and SM57. Equal distance. Phase reversed on the bottom for both. We throw you on the stand here. And let's hear this. For the snare drum, before anybody says one is louder than the other, here is all four tracks right here. The light two green ones are the 57. The dark two green ones are the D190. Now, I'm going to press the space bar and watch this. Let's look here. Both the snare tops are at -5.5, -5.5. The snare bottom is -15.4 on the 57, and the snare bottom on the D190 is -16.4. So basically 1 dB lower. Just wanted to get that out of the way really quick. Let's go through the signal chain really fast. Here's the guitars, 1978, Les Paul Special, original P90s. I have to show you guys these new chords, and they're not new, but they're new to me. But these chords that have these switches on here that automatically cut off when you pull the cable out, life changer. Anyway, that cable is going into two pedals that you will not be able to find unless you could tell me what this one is. It's got some weird Chinese writing on it. It's a clone. A clone? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Found it at a local store and heard it, and I'm like, man, it sounds pretty good. Hope it sounds good at my house. So I brought it home, and it does. It sounds really good. The only thing I did to it was add these big rubber feet on the bottom and added real vintage Bakelite knobs on it instead of the cheap ones that they had on it. All right. Here's another pedal that's going to be very hard to find. A reverb pedal. All right. So those are the two pedals I'm going through. And this pedal I probably won't even have on most of the time, but who knows, I might try it. Going through into my JCM 800 down there. That's a 50 watt with 65 50s. That's coming through into a Marshall cab. That's a 1980s JCM 800 cab. It is mic'd with a Shure SM57 and a D190. those two microphones are coming through into a pair of Brent Averill 312s and straight into Pro Tools. The snare drums you heard, because I needed 4 of the same preamps, are going through these old 312s right here. And that's it. That's the signal chain. So before I wrap up this video, I really just want to explain what I feel the differences are between these two microphones. An SM57 to me always, from the beginning of the first time I heard it, always has like a scooped mid to me. If you go into the old 545s, which are basically old silver SM57s, I don't hear that scooped mids in those old microphones, and you still get those pretty cheap. The difference between the 190E versus the SM57, I am not very familiar with the 190E. I have no problem with the Shure SM57, I use them all the time. But to me, the D190 does not have that scooped mids that the SM57 has, all right? And that's basically the biggest difference. It just sounds like a fuller, more lush version of an SM57. So far, I think they're great microphones. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Take care.